Hello, this is Ryan again, and for this video tutorial we will quickly work through exercise 1.1 from your textbook. And we're on our home page with AutoCAD open, and we're going to, instead of clicking Start Drawing, we're going to click on the Template pull down and go down until you see AutoCAD ISO.dwt. There's quite a few in here, so you may get confused as you're scrolling. AutoCAD ISO.dwt is the correct one. To start, that DWT file type refers to drawing template. When we save, it will become a DWG, which is a drawing file. Alright, now that we're in here, it says turn on grid and snap functions. This is the only time I'll tell you to turn on grid and snap. I am not a fan. I believe that they're more like training wheels, and it's better to draw freehand. So right now my grid is on. I can turn it off or on here, and my snap is now on. You can also use the F7 and F9 keys to turn on and off grid and snap. If you don't see these buttons, click the three lines on the right here and you'll see grid and snap, and you can check those boxes to turn on the buttons. Alright, the next item here, it says to set the grid spacing for 10 and the snap to 5. So if I right click down here on the snap or the grid and go to settings, you'll get this prompt, and my snap is already set to 10 by 10 and my grid is 10, but it says snap should be 5. So I'm going to set my snap to 5, leave my grid at 10, hit OK. And now if I zoom in so you can see my grid, if I was to do, say, a line command, L spacebar, I snap, or the cursor automatically locks in to every half of a space or half of a box. So I can do a line from easily from here to here to here, and I can stop on, a half space like I just did, etc. Just like that. So we've locked into the grid. Okay, the next thing here, it says to set the sheet size to A3. Right now we are in model space. This is where you do all of your drafting, if you will, all of your line work. But we have paper space, which is kind of like a print preview where you pick things out of model space that you want to print. So I don't need two paper tabs, so I'm going to right click on Layout 2 and delete that. I don't know why I have two. And then I'm going to click on Layout 1. So this is the one paper view, and I have a viewport in here, which is the outer line, and if I double click, then I can zoom in and out, and this is like a window looking into that model space. So I want to print that line work, and I could pick a scale if I wanted to, but we'll skip that for now. But this is paper space, and they want us to change our paper size to A3. So if I right click on Layout and I go to Page Setup Manager, there's the Layout tab pre-selected. Click Modify, and now this is where I can change the print settings for that particular layout tab. So they say to make it an A3, and there is a typo in your book. There's no such thing as a 247 by 210 A3 page that I'm aware of. It should actually be 420 by 297 is the landscape A3, just like so. And you get a little preview of it. Hit OK and close. So now you'll see my page got bigger, so I can stretch that viewport to fit the page if I care to, and then make my object bigger on the sheet. The last thing they ask you to do is to save it as screen 1, and this is the actual drawing, not the tab. I could rename that tab anything, but they want the drawing saved as screen 1. So if you go to up here to the A, click on that and go to a Save As. And when this comes up, you'll see that it defaults to a DWG in whatever version AutoCAD you're using. So I'm going to call this Screen 1. And pick a place where you're going to save all of this. I probably should pick a folder that I'm familiar with. So I'm going to go to my C drive. And I'm just going to make a folder right there on the C drive for this class. Go into that folder, and now I'm going to save that screen 1, just like so. And that is all you have to do for exercise 1. Just submit your file to Blackboard for credit. Thank you.